I'm going to try to talk fast without sounding too much like an excited southerner. So I'm outside of the Goodwill on Highway 78 in Stone Mountain, Georgia, because my most recent thrift haul video, as I was watching it, just to make sure that there was no editing mistakes before I published it, I saw something on the shelf that I think might be a Jadeite Fire-King bowl that I missed. So we are literally 48 hours later, and I'm going back in there right now to see if it's still here. Let's see if it is. Haven't spotted the bowl yet, but this is the same aisle. And I've spotted these 1970s canisters. And I just really, really like them. $5.09 on all of them, including the last one. This is a bummer because a lot of times at Goodwill, they'll price the smaller one less. Oh, look at this pottery mug. It's signed David, $5.09. It's really nice. I will take a closer look at it and check for chips or anything like that in a second. Look at this one. Oh my gosh, $3.09 for this. I had to put the camera down for a minute and just like take in everything on this first aisle. I got this Chinese Cloisonné ashtray, this signed pottery bowl, and several pottery mugs, just really nicely done and in really good condition. No chips or cracks that I can see. I basically got all of these off of a fresh cart. So I had to put the camera down and, make the most of this fresh cart because it was wonderful. All right, so I'm headed to the checkout. I'm really super happy about these finds. Didn't find the Fire-King bowl, but I did find these two Otagiri stoneware bowls. Are just really pretty for $1.39. And I've decided to get the canisters. It wasn't there, but I'm really happy for the person who got it, assuming it was the Fire-King Jadeite that I thought it was. And I guess the thrifting guys just decided to be super nice and gift me with being the first person there for a fresh cart just full of really nicely made studio pottery coffee cups. So I'm just so excited about the stuff that I got today. I'm headed home now and I will spread everything out on the table and I will be able to let you know how much it should sell for in the antique booth. All right, let's... All right, let's dive into this haul. So it's the next day and I have made it up to Ellijay to go and work on my booth this weekend. It is not one of my required work days this Sunday, but we came up here for my friend's spring break. She is a teacher. I met her when I was a teacher, and so it's spring break in Georgia. So we're looking to have a fun weekend. So I'm up here surrounded by all of my awesome pottery from that second trip to the Stone Mountain Goodwill. And I just thought it would look pretty on this coffee table. So here I am sitting on the floor. So first off, when I got home and looked at this, I think this is what I saw on the shelf in the video of the first trip to that Goodwill. I thought I had seen one of those larger Fire-King Jadeite bowls with the swirl pattern. When I saw it in the video, I thought that it was a big one, like 8 inches across. I think they are. Well, they're nesting bowls, so there's several different sizes, but I found this on the same shelf on the same aisle, so I'm almost positive this is what I saw, and it was just difficult to see the scale. And because it was tucked way back up against the wall, it was also kind of difficult to see what it was. And also, if someone spots something good but they can't get it that day, maybe they can't afford to get any more that day or whatever, sometimes they'll hide it by pushing it, as far back into a corner as possible so that other people don't snatch it up and then they can come back in another day and get it. So all of those things combined made me think that I had seen a Fire-King bowl. I still really love this. It's just a really nice piece with a nice glaze, so it's food safe, and I just adore the color, and it is signed Lynn. So usually when I do a haul, I don't have my items priced yet, but I've already washed all this and priced it, and I put this one at $14. Okay, the thing that made all the noise is a vintage Chinese Cloisonné ashtray. I've put $18 on this, and you can see the sticker where it has some Chinese writing, and then it says the People's Republic of China. This is a really pretty one, and it's unlike the other ashtrays that I've been sourcing. The ashtrays that I usually source are glass. Okay. The first mug that I got, I mean, all of them are just exceptional. They're really well done. They're high quality and none of them had any damage. I think that this collection must have come out of the same person's house because they all came out on the same cart. And what an amazing collection for it to just have ended up at Goodwill. This first one is signed David. You can see that, and it has a nice rest for your thumb, so you can get a nice grip on it. It's got a really pretty drip glaze on it, and I have priced this one at $22. All right, this one is not something that I was able to find a lot of comps for because it's just so unique. This is by Judith Faber from Quebec, Canada, and this one I priced at $26. Here's this one with a layered glaze. Oh my gosh, another one with a nice thumb rest right here and a signature. Quite make it out. Oh wow, it says Chappelle, like Dave Chappelle. I'm guessing it wasn't Dave Chappelle who made this mug, but interesting, right? I priced this one at $20. Layered glaze effect. I also saw this described as a layered foundation. I don't know a lot about pottery. I don't really know anything about pottery. I just really know that I like it. It would be tempting to just get rid of all my coffee cups and like keep all of these for myself and have an awesome collection for myself. But I've already got the price tags on them, so I think I'm going to put them in the booth and I'll do a nice job displaying them. And I will show you how I figured out how to display them once I get that done. This one is also signed. I can't make out anything though on the signature. Another pretty layered glaze. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. This one is signed at the base. I had to read my price tag to see it. I can't quite make it out. It almost looks like it says kitty cat. I've put 24 on this one. This one with the pink, navy blue and brown has this pretty little signature on the bottom. I've put 16 on this one. It's lighter weight. This purple one, look at this lovely handle on it. This one is a little bit misshapen around the rim. Not sure if you can see that, but it's a little bit pointy right there, I guess. It's signed SHCE, and I've put 18 on this one. Okay, and then the Otagiri bowls. Look at the stamp on those. This pattern is really pretty. It is called, oh darn, why didn't I write the name of the pattern on the tag? I think it's called Bittersweet, and I don't know why I didn't write the name of the pattern on the tag, but I will look it up and I'll put it here so you can see it. But these are really pretty, and they're only $1.39 a piece. I've put $15 a piece on those. And then the kitchen canisters. I'm such a sucker for a set of vintage kitchen canisters, and I am aware that they're probably going to sit in the booth for a while, but I just loved these so much. I was a little bit disappointed that the smaller ones weren't like $3.09 or $2.09 for the smallest one, because a lot of times Goodwill will do that. You know, they'll price them based on their size. Unfortunately, every single one was $5.09. So someone just got this pricing gun and set it to $5.09 for this day and pretty much priced everything at $5.09. Except for this was only $2.09. And so this was $5.09. But some of the other ones I think were $2.09 or $3.09 rather, and these were only $1.39. So whoever had the pricing gun out this day made all of these $5.09. I saw a set of these at an estate sale, and I did a video on that estate sale, and I'm going to put that video in the end card. But if my memory serves me correctly, I didn't buy them at the estate sale because they were just priced too high for what I could manage. So I'll have to see what I can do on them. I think they're very special. They don't have any chips and cracks. They are studio made and they are signed to mother. So these were a gift from the artist to the mom, and I think they're beautiful. I know they're going to sit there for a while until they find their home, and I'm okay with that because I will just love the way that they look in my booth. I still love them, and I don't have room for these in my kitchen. I actually don't have very much counter space. I'm really hoping that as people are returning to baking and homesteading, and I watch some YouTubers who do a lot of baking and baking sourdough bread and all this stuff, and there is definitely a movement. And surely they need to store sugar, flour, tea, and coffee on their kitchen counters, right? So anyway, we'll see how they do. I just love them, and I had to have them, even though each single one was $5.09. So today's cat of the day is a kitten named Eve. And there she is. And it says, Kitten Connection. Eve was found on Christmas Eve in the rain. Shares her person Stephen Wallace from Van Nuys, California. I probably didn't pronounce that right. Luckily, the only thing this blue-eyed beauty is showered with now is love from her dog brothers. All kittens are born with blue eyes and don't develop eye pigmentation until they are between 6 and 8 weeks old, when they start to produce melanin. When adult cats have blue eyes, it's due to little or no melanin production in their irises. So this is Eve. I guess she's so young in this photo that her eyes are still blue. It's not really clear whether or not her eyes changed. I'll put a picture up here so that you can see one of our foster cats, Frank. He was basically living on the streets, and he is just a beautiful cat with Siamese coloring and blue eyes. I really wanted to keep him, but our other male, Bowen, just really could not stand his guts. So we ended up not being able to adopt him. It's really hard for us to have two males, generally. Even if they're neutered, it's just hard. They don't get along often. So anyway, Frank was adopted, and my husband wanted to name him Frank Sinatra because old blue eyes, and we just called him Frank. And he was adopted by friends of the family. So we still get to babysit him, and Bowen just deals with it, I think, because he knows he's going to go home. But really love Frank. He's such a great guy. I mean, just the typical Siamese behavior. He's very talkative. And we just love him so much. But the footage that I'm about to show you for the pet outtakes is Bowen. He's our only male, and it's a video clip of him eating his favorite churro treat. So if you enjoy this type of content, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. I'm so glad that I went back looking for that, that mystery Fire-King bowl, because wow, what an amazing haul of pottery. And handmade ceramics too. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and as always, I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. This is me. So do a little close-up with me.